Dear brother priest, dear religious men and women, dear people of God. I think the blessings of the holy oils on this day when the priests come together with their bishop to renew their vows by which they share intimately in the ministry of the bishop is very significant. It tells all of us that the task given them by the church cannot be performed by the human capabilities alone, but that they must constantly rely on the help that they will receive from God. The priest is a messenger of God's word. He is seen as a man of God and therefore expected to spend part of his time in union with God, talking with him and listening to him. But above all, he is also a man who loves God beyond everything else, that he can offer his whole life to him and seek not his own will, but like Jesus, whom he is following, to do nothing but the will of God himself, as the church has disclosed that to him. He is also someone who must love man. He must love his fellow human beings. Monsignor John Hagan of Chicago has said that the church ought not to ordain anyone who does not give clear indications of loving God and people. It is this love for God and for fellow man and woman that will impel him to be of service to his fellow man and woman. The priest's availability and compassion for his people, his readiness to share their lives, ministering to them with empathy, skill, their time, are the very vital elements of our ministry today. The task, as all of us know, can be very demanding and sometimes even overwhelming. In our day, and especially where we serve among the poor and the neglected of the country, the need also for priests to have money has become very urgent. But where is this money coming from? We are grateful that the people we serve make available enough money to feed us and take care of some of our basic needs like health care. But is this enough? There are many of our families for whom the priest must assist in order that the children can have basic education and beyond. Where is this money coming from? Some of the priests think that the money must come from the bishop. Some of the laity also agree with them. But the bishop thinks that this money must come from God's people. It must come from the parishes. It must come from the lay faithful. But we have learned to appreciate whatever the people of God give to us and learn to manage with it. If we are to ask the question, what is it that the church and in fact the world expect from the priest? What is it that the church expects from the priest? My dear people of God, what is it that you expect from us? The first answer, which I will not dwell on today, is holiness. The church expects the priest to be a holy man. I want to talk about the second expectation. The second thing that the church expects, in fact the whole world expects from the priest, is integrity. We must be a man of integrity. And for this answer, I'm making use of a book by Timothy Dolan, the Cardinal Archbishop of New York. He was rector of the North American College for many years before he became a bishop, and is now Cardinal Archbishop of New York. A man of integrity is a man of humility and honesty, total honesty, without guile. A genuine, authentic man whose interior convictions are externally evident, who outwardly in word and in deed demonstrates that he is what he claims to be. A man of sincerity, of truth, prioritizes the things that God himself prioritizes. Reliability, whose word can be trusted. John Chrism, a 5th century master of spirituality, used the term transparent to describe the man of integrity. As one found the same is the same day and night. Is same in bed as in prayer. Is the same when he is alone as when he is surrounded by others, with absolutely nothing to hide. This is what a man of integrity is, and this is what the church expects the priest to be. Priests without integrity are the Pharisees, the scribes, and the hypocrites of today. There are some 6 areas where people expect the priests to display integrity. The first is chastity. It is interesting that the Catholic Catechism speaks of chastity in terms of integrity. The second area I like to talk about is reliability. People must think of us as servants of Christ, as stewards entrusted with the mysteries of God. 1 Corinthians 4:1-2. If you are a servant and a good one, you expect to be trusted. If you are not trusted, I don't think you will stay too long on your service post. There is a third area where the priest is expected not only to match up, but to excel, and that is confidentiality. People must believe that they can trust the priest with their secrets. The gossipy priests violate constantly the virtue of integrity. We have things like matters which are sub secreto pontificio. I don't know how many of you believe in that, or at least practice it. There is a story of a young couple. A boy and his girlfriend, they went to the parish priest to start the instructions for marriage. I think they started on Saturday. On Sunday, this parish priest met the parents of these 2 young people who had started the instruction with him, and broke the news to them. Oh, very soon your children will be getting married. And they did not react. On Monday, we met the couple again and told them, your parents didn't appear particularly excited that you have started the expressions. And they said, we wanted to tell it to them as a surprise, that you have gone ahead and spoiled everything. There is a second example. There is a parish where the parish had their own doctor, and he consults in one of the offices where the priest also consults. So one day, the mother of the parish priest went to see the doctor for physical examination. And as soon as the mother came out and the doctor was about to go home, the parish priest stopped him and said, oh, what is with my mother? Expecting the doctor to tell him what he found in the medical examination of the mother. And the doctor's response was, if I were you, Father, I would ask your mom. So this must tell us something. It is not everything that we must be in a hurry to tell people. Because the way by which we get our information is through a way which is not only confidential, but is tied to a certain trust that if I tell Father, nobody will hear about it. But if Father will drum it to many more, then we are violating this integrity of confidentiality. The fourth area is the truth. We should always try to tell the truth as it is to people. And not this way this time, and that way a different time. The fifth area is fairness. We are expected, and people expect us to be fair with everyone, with the president of the state, with the hierarchies within the parish and our local governance. We are to be fair with everyone. Those who make us feel happy and excited, we should not favor them to the disadvantage of the others. And the last area where people expect us to be people of great integrity is charity. We are expected to be charity to all in the same way. People can easily feel scandalized when we are very cold to them or very heartless to them, very impatient to them, because that is what they have experienced all along everywhere in trying to get attention and affection wherever they have gone. And they expect the priest, which they go to last, to be different. If they go everywhere, they don't meet with charity. At least they expect that when they land on us, they should have a certain feeling of charity. I'd like to end by quoting Timothy Dolan. A number of years ago, I had the privilege of giving instructions in the faith to a fine young man, happily married, with 3 children, to a woman in the parish. He was so impressed with the parish, the priest, the church, his wife, the teachings of the church. He became a great Catholic. About 5 years later, his wife left him for a priest. He came to see me, and he asked the question, "Father, you know what hurts most?" he asked me. "Sure, losing Katie," I replied. "No," he answered. How stupid I was to think all that stuff in the church was really true. Now, what do you say to that? And this is the response of this young man. Some of you have already heard. The rest of you will please God one day. These words addressed to you by the bishop. My son, you are now to be advanced to the order of the presbyterate. Meditate on the law of God. Believe what you read. Teach what you believe. And practice what you teach. Let the example of your life attract followers of Christ, so that by word and action you may build up the house that is God's church. Know what you are doing and imitate the mysteries you celebrate. Do your part in the work of Christ, the priest, with genuine love and joy, and lead the people effectively through Christ to the Father. In other words, be men of integrity.